All right, guys. So here we go. We have the newest Dokkan Fest LR. The Tanabata LR is a very interesting choice right here. It is a tag Golden Frieza and Gogeta. I think that's pretty interesting from the Broly movie. I kind of like the idea. I like the concept. I think that this is going to be a pretty fun character to use. This is a character that's also on a lot of the Global Dokkan Celebration teams, right? So, I mean, this is going to be a Super Bosses buff. This is an Omega Shenron buff. It is a fusion character. Now, remember, the Blues do want full Superclass allies, but as long as they've got a future ally around, they could be okay. So this could be a buff for the Fuse Fighter team. It's just obviously they're not on GT Hero or Youth. So, but they are on 3 of the 5 GDC teams, which is going to be interesting. So we have many different, parts for this. And then there's a banner unit, Base Form Vegeta, is the banner unit. Let's jump into Golden Frieza and Gogeta right away. And then we'll talk about Vegeta afterwards. So, leader skills, movie bosses or movie heroes? Now, I don't think that this is going to be terribly good right away. But I think that this will get a lot better quickly. Because keep in mind, I'm thinking of when there's a movie hero character. I guess, well, the gods were right there, but here we go. Alright, so let me split movie bosses and movie heroes. Now, so we know that, LR Golden Frieza is going to be easying during this celebration. And then we also have what will likely be, I think, the Tech Carnival Super Saiyan Goku and LR Final Form Cooler will very likely easy during this celebration. Yeah, I mean, right now, the team is pretty weak, I think. Movie bosses is not really looking too good. And movie heroes isn't really that great either. I mean, I don't know. I guess, Gogeta as, AJL Gogeta is, the 4th or 5th unit on the team. The gods are still very good. I mean, we could utilize Pat the Power Kid Goku. I mean, I guess, there are options we could run. Beast is still vaguely usable. But movie hero and movie bosses definitely need buffs. And I think that the team is going to get it throughout this celebration, right? So, all right. So going back to that, we got that. Let's take a look at the super attack effects now. Yeah, the categories is ridiculous, by the way. All right, so super attack effects. The 18 key is 50% attack for 1 turn. Mega Colossal damage the enemy. Greatly lower enemy attack and defense. And then allies get 50% attack for 1 turn. Then the 12 key super attack effect is 50% attack, colossal damage, and lowers enemy attack and defense. So no defense there. So, that's where you know that the character's going to have, massive, guard and damage reduction type stuff, right? So, let's see, 250% attack and defense start a turn, additional 2 key per key you're obtained, and then 70% damage reduction looks good. The character is guarding for the first 5 turns. So, right away, 70% damage reduction plus guard is really strong. So, the character probably will be looking good there. Starting from the 6th turn, it's a 70% chance to guard. It's so funny. I saw so much crying already about this right here that there's, oh my god, 70% guard in 2025. Guys, hello? Turn 6 from character's entry turn? People are, they just start crying before they even really think about it. Most of the fights right now, we're not seeing this. Especially with how hard this character and other elite characters coming out right now hit. I mean, if we're talking about Festival of Battles, sure. Right? But, that's where this would come into play. Frieza's gonna be guarding for the first 5 turns, which most of the relevant content right now, that's, gonna be the window, first 5 turns. If there's 4 or more villains, extreme class allies in the team, or if there's a movie hero or movie boss ally in the turn, Frieza gets a guaranteed additional super. So 4 or more villains on the team. Again, running your own team, that's gonna be kinda brutal. Because remember, Beerus is not super class, or it's not extreme class, but we wouldn't really want to run him. Although I guess Beerus is movie bosses though, so that would trigger Frieza's passive. But I mean, 4 villains is not a problem though, because we could just run the character on either Rose Goku Black's team or Omega Shenron's team. Right, so that's not a problem there. For every attack received, 150% attack and 10% chance to crit within the turn. That is interesting. 150% attack every time he's hit within the turn. So they want us going slot 1 here. And then whenever guard is activated, 20% defense up to 100%. This character's screaming full dodge build for me, because remember, dodge will trigger this buff, but this buff you're gonna actually need to get hit. So it's like dodge would definitely lower damage potential, but it'll increase defensive potential by a lot. Judging by the way these fights have gone recently, though, I think gearing defensively is still gonna give you your best chance to win. But keep that in mind, right? Dodge will trigger this, at least in the first 5 turns while Frieza's guarding. But this, you're going to actually have to get hit for. With 3 or more superclass allies on the team, starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn. So no matter what, that's just going to be 2nd turn. The character's 2nd turn. Or 5th turn start a battle. Yeah, even that's really not that bad, because it's 5th turn start a battle. Change AGL and STR key spheres to tech, and then physical or int to rainbow. So it's just immediately you set Gogeta up for greatness, I see. And then Gogeta will show up at that point. And he's going to show up with a hell of a good field of orbs. And that's either Frieza's 2nd turn or 5th turn start a battle. Yeah, wow. This character is looking really good to me. Alright, so there's that. Link-wise, Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So Link set is looking good. A lot of people wanted big bad bosses. That certainly would have been nice. Would have allowed Frieza to work a little bit more effectively with LR Rose and LR Omega. But the character should still be good. Thirst for Conquest is a good Link. You know, cooler characters always have this. You know, Bojack, Turles, a lot of those, like, villain types. So it's good to see that. Okay. And then, I mean, Frieza and his categories. I mean, look at this. Movie Boss, Movie Hero, Transformation Boost, Gifted Warrior, Inhuman Deeds, Full Power, Wicked Bloodline, Dragon Ball Seeker, Terrifying Conqueror, Target Goku, Revenge, Space Shoving Warriors, Master Evolution, Sworn Enemy, Super Bosses, Successor, Fusion, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Powerful Comeback, Time Limit, Accelerated Battle, Fuse Fighter, Superhero, and Earth Protecting Hero. So the characters on both Movie Bosses and Movie Heroes, and Superheroes and Super Bosses. Pretty crazy. The unit is just this is where tag characters just really change things up, huh? Just so many teams getting help here. Alright, now, the character does... Yeah, here's the active skill right here. Then Golden Frieza does have an active skill. If there are 4 or more villains on the team, we can immediately use this turn 1. So, this is nuts. So, it's like we go, you know, Rose, like super bosses. Turn 1, Golden Frieza could just do this and get 24 key, 400% defense, and it's a target mechanic. So, it's like, you know what would really help super bosses? Is if we have a turn 1 target mechanic added to the team. So that's just, like, utterly massive. And remember, it synergizes well with this right here, where Frieza gets 150% attack with every hit he takes. So imagine him in slot 3, you know, in one of these really tough fights, just getting hit 1,000,000 times. Like, the design is good. I'm really liking what we're seeing from the Golden Frieza side so far. So that looks good. He looks very, very good. So then remember, we can exchange with Gogeta 3 or more superclass allies on the team starting from the 3rd turn from character's entry turn. That's going to be Golden Frieza's 2nd rotation with the 3 superclass allies. Or 5th turn start a battle, right? And then we have Gogeta here. So Gogeta, let's start with his super attack effects, of course. So 18 key, he gets 100% attack and defense for 1 turn. Mega Colossal damage to the enemy, and then allies get 50% defense for 1 turn. Then his 12 key super attack, he gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, and does colossal damage to the enemy. So that's good right there. Passive. Let's see. So we can exchange with Golden Frieza. 6 key, 250% attack and defense. Guaranteed, or 1 extra key per key sphere obtained. Super effective against all types. High chance to dodge. And this is really interesting. And then this is where, like, this character could be very helpful in all this content right now. Like, if, you know, turn 1, you have Golden Frieza, you hang in there. Turn 3, maybe we've taken any damage at all, and Gogeta's just going to fully heal. So that's pretty nuts. If there's 3 or more superclass allies in the team, or a movie hero or movie boss's ally in the turn, Gogeta gets 40% damage reduction. Okay. When attacking with 20 or more key, 200% attack and defense, and a 70% chance to crit. When activating the active skill or attacking with 24 key, 150% attack and guaranteed crit. Okay. Just guaranteed crit, sure. For every key sphere obtained, 5% dodge, 10% attack, and 10% defense for all allies when attacking. So, dude, this... Gogeta's active. I mean, like, just one of the strongest things. And then, dude, he gets an additional super for every 5 key spheres obtained. So we could so he can get 4 additional supers if you get the full field of orbs. Which, I mean, just quickly going to his active skill. If there's 3 or more superclass allies in the team, we could do this right away. So, if we have the 3 superclass allies, when there are 3 or more superclass allies, yeah. So remember, this character's a villain. Golden Frieza and Gogeta. It's a villain character. So, if we have the 3 superclass allies besides them, you know, Frieza's turn 1. On turn 3, we could do this. And then Gogeta gets 540% attack temporarily, because it's an attack. Ultimate damage to the enemy. 540% defense, and change all key spheres to tech key spheres. So, all key spheres are then tech key spheres. Which then gives him 100% dodge. And he's going to give 230% attack and defense to allies when attacking. And he's going to get 4 guaranteed additional supers from there. So he could do active skill, 6 super attacks, guaranteed dodge, 230% support. These are all guaranteed crits, by the way. Like, does that just kill, like, any boss just dies on that turn? Like, what, dude? This Gogeta active turn is, like, next level. Like, Frieza's is crazy because you can do it turn 1. And it depends on how you're building the team, right? So, like, you know, if we're using, you know, the character on Omega Shenron's team or Rose's team, you know, we're definitely doing the Golden Frieza stuff. But, like, if we use this character more on, like, Fusion or something like that, or their own team, probably with movie hero buffs, that Gogeta active turn is real nutty. I really like the design of this character because we actually, it's like we can build it towards Gogeta or towards Golden Frieza. Yeah, they look impressive for sure. Keep in mind that the first turn Gogeta shows up, you're gonna have, you know, an easy probably 10 orbs in front of you from Golden Frieza's passive. Because he double orb changes into attack, and then he double orb changes into rainbow. So you're very likely to have, like, a good 10 orbs in front of you. So, like, what'll happen is Gogeta will come out, and you're going to have 100% dodge from the orbs Golden Frieza creates. And then you could then just do the active skill on the next turn if you wanted. So the character's looking good. And then I assume this 540% defense he gets, that's in case the boss has dodge canceling, is why he's got that. Because, I mean, he's going to have guaranteed dodge. So they added that to help him out a little bit against a dodge canceling boss. So that's interesting. Link set. Shocking speed, fuse, fighter, prepare for battle, over in a flash, Kamehameha, fierce battle, legendary power. Just kind of like a good fusion Link set right there. Yeah, so there's this character. Looks really interesting. I'm not really too... I could see this character as, like, number one. When I just look at the value of being able to do Golden Frieza shit turn one, like, just turn one, you just have a target mechanic. And then Gogeta's turn looks so crazy. This could be one. This character seems to me to be fully in range of the other GDC characters. Like, whichever one I have at 6, like, I feel like people will be like, oh my god, how could that character be 6? But it's like, dude, they're all broken. They're all so good. All 6, the 5 GDC LRs plus this one. I really like this character's design, too. And I think we're going to get the movie hero and movie bosses buffs coming. During the celebration, right? I mean, we're probably going to see, Final Form Cooler get his EZA. This guy, Tech Carnival Goku will get his EZA. Maybe Metal Cooler. Maybe the Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta will get their EZAs. Like, we'll have options to run. So, very, very interesting for sure. All right, so there's that character. Again, possible new number one. But looking really, really good to me. And then we also have base Vegeta. So this is our banner unit here. Base form Vegeta. Movie hero or gifted warrior category. 3 key, 130% of stats. Super attack. He stacks defense. 50% defensive stack and supreme damage to the enemy. Okay. 3 key. 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. 50% chance to dodge. And then he changes physical key spheres to rainbow key spheres. If the character is the first attacker at the start of turn, at the start of turn, randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. So that quite literally is the turn, like, not where you get, remember, this is not where you obtain key spheres. It quite literally is when you load in, like, I'm just going to show a clip of gameplay. So, here, just the Union Master one, and let's just jump in. So, let's just see, like, when a turn starts right here. So, it quite literally means, like, okay, like, see who's in slot 1. It's the physical Trunks and Goten. It would be like if Vegeta, like, literally the turn starts, Vegeta's in slot 1, and he would Rainbow Orb change. That's what it means. It's not selecting orbs in slot 1. We've seen a couple of characters who are designed like this. LR, Broly, and Trunks had a similar thing, right? So the character's designed where you float them, and then they'll show back up in slot 1 and guaranteed orb change. And then as the second or third attacker in the turn, they only get a 50% chance to Rainbow Orb change. Okay. When attacking with 12 or more key, 100% attack and defense. Attacking as the third attacker in the turn, 200% attack, guaranteed additional super. There's another movie hero or movie boss ally in the turn, 150% attack and defense and 30% damage reduction. Oh, when all allies in the turn are movie hero or movie bosses, 150% attack units and 30% dodge. Ooh, I actually don't think I like this guy. Oh, no way. He's already got baseline 50%. So he'll have 80%. Why doesn't he support? Dude, I get that the orbs are huge for Gogeta, sure. Why doesn't he support, man? Because he could be a movie hero support character, right? Because it's gonna hit like Golden Frieza and Gogeta. They're movie hero, movie bosses. He could just be a movie hero support unit. I don't know why. Banner units, these guys should always be supporting. Again, he creates orbs, which is good for Gogeta, but based off what I saw, Gogeta's not really going to struggle for orbs anyway, because Golden Frieza is going to create some, and then when you use Gogeta's active, you also have orbs. So I don't think it's going to be a challenge to deal with orbs with him. Huh. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough condition to have right now. Because remember, this quite literally means the entire rotation is movie hero or movie bosses, right? It's not like mix and match. It needs to be static, either all movie heroes or all movie bosses. So, yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm probably not going to be using this guy too much. If you do happen to have like full movie hero rotation or movie bosses, I mean, he's going to have 80% dodge. But I don't think Rainbow Orb changing is always good, but I don't really think this character, like, I don't think Gogeta's going to struggle for orbs. Because they designed this unit so well, where the orbs will show up. This also isn't a case either where, like, Golden Frieza doing this is not really bad. Like Kale and Khalifa doing this, by the way. I'm just thinking about that. I feel like someone would say, oh, you don't have a problem when Golden Frieza and Gogeta do it, but you hate Kale and Khalifa for not doing it. There's a big difference between that, right? And that's Kale and Khalifa both have abilities with the full fucking field of orbs, which Khalifa just automatically creates on turn 6, right? So there's Khalifa gets guaranteed dodge, and then more particularly here, Kale gets crazy additional supers with all the orbs. But Kale doesn't have the defense to be sitting in slot 1. So it's like you can't really use Kale's ability unless you have like a team protector mechanic or some other bullshit or something going on. It really hurts them, right? And when they do their actives, they're not creating orbs or anything like that. But the thing is, we will have nice orbs set up for us by Golden Frieza, but at any time we want, we pop this kid's active and boom, we're good to go with orbs, right? Yeah, so this character is like borderline number 1. The Vegeta, I don't think I'm really too high on. Doesn't really seem too crazy to me, the Vegeta. I think if he was given, movie hero allies, 50% attack and defense for 2 turns. That's what he should be doing. I know that would make this Vegeta really good, but yeah, guess what? Who fucking cares? Right? That's, like, add that to him, and I'd really want to run him. So, alright, let me know what you guys think, but I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is a pretty interesting and unique character right here. Funnily enough, I also do think that this is a character where I feel like a lot of players would be like, oh, like, they're not going to be as upset with this one, I don't think, as like, oh, like, we don't have any stones, they just dropped GDC and all these celebrations. Like, I don't think it's going to be the biggest deal here, but I think this is a pretty interesting character. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.